Hello, everyone.
What up?
Welcome to
Yes.
another Pop Nerdom.
Yes, the house that nerd built.
That's right. I'll be your boy Six,
Your boy Hanz.
and Hansi and I basically nerds. I don't know, man. Are we nerds? I guess. We definitely into the pop shit. We definitely into the nerd shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to call myself anymore. When I was in high school and I read comic books, I was called a nerd, but I also got punched. So I have some fears about saying that word. It wasn't good for my soul, but you know, it works. It works. Anyways, enough with the past. This is the 2020. The world is ending, and those past histories don't matter.
You ain't even lying. World's burning.
Yep. Hansi and I sit down. We talk about nerd stuff that we're very interested in, and we hope that you like as well. And we got plenty, more than plenty to talk about. So why don't we go? Let me go get my notes. Also 2020, so very digital. Got a ton to talk about. Episode 48. We almost there. We did make a year, but we're waiting for the 52nd episode so that you can watch one a week and literally makes a year. So
In TV time.
in TV time, right? In real once a week time. So let's talk a little bit about what we have for you today, because as you can see, all Mandalorians on the desk today, except for the DeLorean, which always there. And
Shit, you got your Mandalorian shit?
I got all of the Mandolandos.
Mando.
I got
Mando.
4 Boba Fett and the Mandalorian out here with a fucking foot peg, because as Hansel knows, and you guys don't, he doesn't stand up. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't seem to find his way to stay standing.
He hasn't given up, but he hasn't stood up.
But he has. So he needs some help. Is what we're getting at. And it's because there's so many things about the Mandalorian coming out. So many in the last 2 weeks. So many that is getting to the point.
Everything except the script.
Right, like it's getting to the point where it's like, ooh. So I mean, what I presented to Hansi was mostly, bro, you think they're gonna pull like a Luke Skywalker is gonna show up? Because they're spewing so much shit out there. Ahsoka, who's directing, people that are coming back playing older characters, 2 of them, you know what I mean? And it just seems like which is the truth. Well, it's all true, but why are you letting all of that out? Like, what do you need? Like, Mandalorian was one of the biggest hits of the end of last year, beginning of this one, right?
And it was a hit with a secret. A hell of a secret.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm saying? With a hell of a secret.
And big spoilers. So be ready if you haven't seen it. But you probably heard about it even if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, you've seen the merch.
Yeah, Baby Yoda out there. Like, that was huge. Where everybody, like, that came out and everybody was like, what just happened? You know what I mean? Is he a clone? Yeah. Is he force sensitive? Yes, he is afterwards. Like, is he a clone of Yoda? Is he just a clone of the species? Are they only made by cloning? We don't know anything about these characters.
Do they only exist a few at a time? And
right, like all of these questions.
Many?
Right, like all of these questions that we've been asking ourselves because of this character popping up. Imagine the conversation. If we didn't know Ahsoka was coming back, if we didn't know that Boba Fett was coming back, even though there was a sign of Boba Fett in the first season, like, there's the Spurs and him showing up with the episode with the guy that tried to double cross him, that they went to Tatooine, like there's Boba Fett was there. So, all of these giant things that are popping off. What's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point?
Is it hype? Do they want to? I don't understand.
But that's what
I'm
getting
think they need
at.
hype. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Like, do they need hype at this point?
Is it look at my left hand, so you don't know what's going on over here. Kind of move, wax on, wax off.
Uh, likely. I think the most likely is that there is a giant need for let's make this seem like this is the biggest thing, even though it's not. You know what I mean? Like let's
Because
make
they are all of those big names. It's not like they're gonna be. They're gonna have appearances in the episode. You know, at least I know Ahsoka for sure. You know what I'm saying?
it's only one episode. It's not like it's just part of the entire arc.
Like Cara Dune. You know what I mean?
Right. Man, but let's go down some of the list of things that they announced, because I want to find if that is the idea. Look at my left hand, so the right hand is pulling the trick. What can be the trick that they're pulling off that is so huge that they're giving you all of this? We have Timothy Olyphant, who's probably is going to play. Well, it's between him and John Beam. John Beam, who, if you grew up in the 80s, is the 80s nerd superstar. He was in the Terminator 1. He was in Aliens. He was in The Abyss. Like, he was the guy. That's the guy that you were like, yeah, John Beam. He's fucking Johnny Ringo in Tombstone. The man is the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kate, I don't know how to say her last name. Shekhov. She's the Starbucks from Battlestar Galactica, but she also played Bo-Katan in the
Rebels.
in the Rebels, and in Clone Wars, right? She's in there
Bo-Katan's
too.
in Clone Wars?
I think so, as a kid. Or her mom is in Clone Wars.
It might be her mom. I thought she was in Rebel only. I'm not sure. I
can't remember.
If they all fuse.
Yeah. Tamora Morrison, who played Jango Fett, and he's the clones. He's coming back not only to play Boba Fett, but to play Rex, who is from the Clone Wars animated series. He's one of the major players, one of the clone troopers.
One of the major players. Right. Love Rex. Rex is the homie.
And that's
Rex is the homie.
Which, by the way, let's talk about that for a second, because it makes me feel like that guy. There is a higher possibility to me that he's faking being Boba Fett, or he wants to be Boba Fett, but he's really playing Rex. You know, like Boba Fett is really dead, but he got the uniform, he painted, whatever. Like, he got it from the Sarlacc pit, whatever it is. And
he has the money to buy it. You know, he could probably buy it. You know?
Yeah, and then he's going around saying he's Boba Fett, he's Boba Fett, he's Boba Fett. And then at the end, he's going to be Rex, which would be super cool. I don't have a problem with that. But he's too old to play Boba Fett while
in that time period.
While the kid that played Boba Fett in the prequels is too young to play Boba Fett in that time period. Although makeup could do, I think you can make up somebody older way easier than you can make up them younger, right? Like, that's why you use all that technology to make people look young.
I was just about to say that. So they got that de-aging shit,
right? But de-aging is expensive. Makeup is
expensive as hell, bro.
Right.
That's a whole department.
Right.
Because you gotta bring somebody in.
Right. So like you better off making up this guy to look older. But I don't think they're gonna go that route even. So, we have Ahsoka Tano, which everybody's been waiting to have a live action. You know,
she's the GOAT, bro.
For real. Like, you know, like I had fallen out of love with Ahsoka Tano after the Clone Wars ended, because, you know, she's not part of the main thing. And,
yep.
And then you watch those last couple episodes of Clone Wars and you're like,
That movie, the movie that they snuck into the season. Let's talk about it.
How they just made the Ahsoka Tano movie and didn't tell nobody. Made two Ahsoka Tano movies. The first one, which was the really one of the shittiest Star Wars movies, which is the Clone Wars movie, the animated Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, that is bad.
It's so boring. It's so boring.
Bad.
It's bad.
Yo, that's so bad. That is so bad. I don't even count. I don't even think about that. Like I swear I don't think about that. Ooh.
No. It's a tough watch. It's a tough watch. But finally, they're getting Rosario Dawson to play her, which is awesome. Though every time I think of Rosario Dawson, and I'm sorry for saying this because it's Rosario Dawson made a movie a few years back where she was a thief. It's a movie about thieves stealing from thieves, and I forget what the name of the movie was. It was a very independent short film. Didn't get a lot of play, but I saw it, and she's butt naked in it, up frontal naked. And every time I see Rosario Dawson's face, I'm sorry. All I can think of is her vagina. I'm sorry because I saw it, and they do like a really slow pan from her feet up to her face, and it just lasts. It was just there.
Nobody saw it, but I saw it.
No, I didn't see the movie because she was naked. That's not why.
Yeah, exactly. You just went to see it.
So then it was worse for me because I wasn't ready. I was like, oh no, Rosario, I don't. Too much. Too much.
We didn't even have dinner yet.
Yeah. But she's awesome. She's an amazing actor. She is so good.
She
and
is
so fantastic.
born to play that.
You think so? I don't know because she's.
Yo, she looks like I see it. Yo, somebody did a quick Photoshop, bruh.
I mean, whatever she plays, she's fantastic. So it doesn't matter because Rosario, and she's a nerd. She's a geek, whatever you want to call her. So she's obviously the right person to give it to. But I'm afraid, and I said this the last time, not because of Rosario. Well, yes, because of Rosario, but because she's older. And I'm afraid about the physicality of Ahsoka Tano. Does that mean I'm not going to get her flipping around and kicking ass? I mean, again, I'm talking shit because they're going to put a fucking super
double on,
super martial artist, then just going to put her face on and be like, there you go, that's her.
That's you gonna be like, oh shit, look at Rosario, son.
Be like, damn, Rosario kicking ass. Meanwhile, Rosario drinking coffee the whole time that shit is happening.
Mm-hmm. On set, like, oh girl.
So yeah, we talked about Michael Biehn, which Deadline announced, but Michael Biehn, dude, so good. I love Michael Biehn. He is the superhero of my generation to some degree because he's not unbeatable. He's not the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the era, or like those guys. He's more on the Bruce Willis side of things, where like he's the guy that can get hurt and he's just a person, which makes him a little cooler. Also, not to mention that we already know that Robert Rodriguez and Peyton Reed.
Yes, and Peyton Reed.
And what's his name from? I forget another director that they announced that's in there directing. Come on, man! Like,
and not to mention the little. You already know they're gonna have the little cameos they don't tell nobody about. You gotta just see them.
Right, and so this is so much. This is so much. You know what I'm saying? This is so much news. This is so big that I have to believe that they're hiding Luke and Leia showing up on the last episode.
It's the misdirection. Now, do you think this would be too big to fail? Meaning that you think that it's so much hype that it could do them. It can,
do more harm,
do damage. To me, and I'm not talking about personally, just think like in a grander scheme, because I don't know, I feel like for us, unless you really fuck up the show, you can't fuck up the show. You know what I'm saying? It's good,
right?
Because if it's just a little better than it was last season, that's a lot of better.
If he's just as good as last season, I will not complain.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, like, yeah, yo, like,
there is nothing wrong. Like, I would be like, nope,
yeah,
I'm good.
Like, that's why we're having this conversation, because we really feel like it don't matter what y'all say, we still watching. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we don't need all of this. Like, we didn't need,
So I mean, I feel like I would have been much happier.
just to find out on.
Can you imagine the day off and you see Ahsoka
imagine seeing Ahsoka?
and then you be like, what just happened? What just happened? You know what I mean? Like you hear like Rosario
Can
Dawson.
you imagine seeing a
Oh, and then listen. Imagine
we geeking out for a whole episode. A whole episode, bro. We're geeking out, yo.
for sure, because you can't it is at that point where you realize they have to have a bigger gun somewhere. They have to, because there is no way that you giving me all of this and then that's all you're going to give me. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. No, for real. You're not
It
lying.
just doesn't. It seems to me like well, you letting out from Robert Rodriguez directing, which makes you feel like, whoa, that's the guy that gives you the horror stuff. That's cool. I mean, let's forget Spy Kids, and and let's focus on his zombie work, which is, you know. But also Robert Rodriguez, El Mariachi, you know, very big action director too. I mean, that's how he actually started with horror too. But you know, from dusk till dawn, like there's a lot of things that he's done that are kind of niche, nerdy stuff, and that's cool. But the guy's the man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Proven,
right? And
proven.
so when you think about something like that, you kind of feel like even the announcement of the directors is great. What are you hiding?
They even letting go monsters.
Yeah.
Sets, like yo, a lot of stuff. It's overwhelming, almost. Like I'm telling you, I'm like, like, I
just don't get it, man. Look, I am betting.
Are you guys gonna introduce Obi-Wan?
I'm betting
somehow.
Yeah, I'm betting on a Luke and Leia taking the child and being like, he's gonna train Ahsoka, connecting them.
That's how and yo, honestly, that's another thing too. With all of this stuff, it has, like, we don't even think about like how is all of this gonna play in. How is it all? You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that's what I've been thinking about that a little bit, but not. You're right. It's so many big news that you like going into the independence of the news, like
exactly.
Tano, great,
yo.
but what is she doing? Like, what's the story?
Exactly.
And then you have Rex
point?
and Ahsoka in the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just it's not just Ahsoka. It's Rex and Ahsoka, and you have the Mandalorian. More Mandalorians coming through, you know, like the Mandalorian Creed with all of these characters, also from Rebels. I think something major, bro. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
And the Darksaber,
which is also it's Filoni coming to life, dude. It's what it is, and I don't begrudge that, because I love the Filoni stuff. I love it. So I'm very happy that we're getting the live action version of the Filoni universe of the animated universe of Star Wars. But I have to think, you have to think that all of these things and how they seem to connect, I could be entirely wrong, of course. But it just seems to me like it's driving towards Luke and Leia. You know? Or at least just Luke. Like, use that the aging technology, like we were going to do it to make Boba Fett look younger. Nah.
He said he didn't want to do any more appearances, though.
Yeah, but, Mark Hamill, he plays the game, dude. Because he's a giant fucking nerd. Like, giant.
And he loves the game. And bro, like, you're going to let somebody else, like, if you're going to be there for 15 minutes, you're going to let somebody else do those 15 minutes?
Right. And also, if you're going to be there for two weeks. Are you gonna let somebody else do those 2 weeks?
Like,
No,
bro,
you are Luke Skywalker, and he loves that.
Yeah,
like, he
dude,
loves
like-
being Luke Skywalker, but also it's that he's a nerd. Like, I think he would be the guy that would be like, I will never do Star Wars again, and then next year you get a Star Wars movie, a Luke Skywalker movie. Luke Skywalker is the movie, and he'll be like, oh yeah, oh I did that. I have forgotten, but
never say never.
or I mean, his kid looks just like him. His kid could play him with a little bit of digital to fix his face to look more like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It seems to me that it does not make sense. It doesn't make sense that you're giving me all of these things,
All the sauce,
specifically
man.
because of what you said. They kept that Baby Yoda. No
Under the
one
wraps.
fucking knew
Yo,
that
no,
shit.
there wasn't even a yo. They listen to this. They didn't even let toys be made.
Right.
Think about that.
Think about that, bro. I'm holding my breath for this to be the triumphant return of Jabba the Hutt. You think Jabba the Hutt is dead? He's not. And Salacious,
He was in a hut
and Salacious,
doing Jabba things.
and Salacious Crumb too. He's coming back with his little ears floppy and shit, and not being cooked. You know how he was cooked in the first.
Yeah.
It's gonna be him wreaking revenge on all those motherfuckers cooking his families and shit. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I want to see where that goes.
Very much.
But
I'm so happy that's one of those things that is on time and it will be released on time.
But I'm also a little bit disappointed that I know so much, because I would have been so happy. I mean, you could have just given me Boba Fett and that this guy's coming back to play him, and that would have been enough for me to be like, well, I knew he was coming back, but I didn't know who was going to play him.
With Boba Fett and you give me Boba Fett and the directors, and you know what I mean.
And
That's
that would
enough.
have been gold, even if you throw in Michael Biehn, because you don't know who Michael Biehn is playing. So even if you throw that in at the last minute, like in the 11th hour, it's like, hey, Michael Biehn is in it, you'd be like, oh shit, exciting enough.
Tickle your fancy.
But this is like too much, so now I'm scared. I'm scared of what I'm gonna get. It's like they're gonna kill everybody in the show. Be like, what?
And that's the thing that you can watch every episode and be like, all right, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be where the shit is at. This is gonna be whatever shit I'm waiting for, because blah blah blah. I don't know, but I'm here. I'm here.
We all here for this. Thank you, Disney. Keep doing it. Keep doing the Lord's well, that's not the Lord's work, but keep doing the nerd proud. How's that?
Yes. All right. Now we're moving on to Planet Binge.
So as you very well know, I've been binging all of Star Wars. I started a few weeks back. I've been going very, very, very slow. I think I'm being a little resistant to it, actually, honestly.
Yeah.
I think so, because I it's a lot, and I'm thinking like, man, when do I have the time for this, you know? And I just got to the place where I gotta watch all of Clone Wars, the cartoons, because I just watched episode 2. And I watched episode 2 last week. This week, instead of watching that movie that we just talked about, that fucking cartoon movie, which is such a hard watch, bro.
That is boring. That's like you put that on, you automatically start cleaning and shit, bro.
Bro, but the other problem is that
Why's that cup here?
When I was watching Attack of the Clones, I also kind of fell asleep watching it. So like I was like, man, I gotta restart this shit over because I'm not paying enough attention. To be fair to me though, I was drinking.
I was drinking.
I was like, I'm gonna drink and watch this movie, and that's a bad idea because these movies are kind of long and sometimes they get a little boring, especially when you know what's gonna happen. You know, I mean, I don't get bored with Star Wars really, but when when you drinking and you know what's gonna happen and you've been working all day and then you sit down and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, let me watch this. It's like, let me just fast forward to Duel of the Fates.
Pawn Star.
Let me get right back to Pawn Stars episode 28. Let me just hit play. Which, by the way, I'm still binging. No lie, there's 17 seasons of this shit, bro. No lie, it's a lot. So I've been binging it still, but I gave a pause to Star Wars. I'm gonna start over because I want to pay better attention because I want to consume it as a saga, and I think that I fucked up, but I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up because I gotta catch up to episode 6. So I gotta finish all of Clone Wars, episodes 3, Solo, Rogue One, Rebels, 4, 5, and 6. Mandalorian season 1 by the time Mandalorian season 2 comes through, and I'm way far behind because I don't think, I mean, it's still months away, but I think just between the two cartoons, bro, I think that's months of watching television, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit behind. So this week, instead of watching Clone Wars, what I did, my girlfriend and I, because my girlfriend loves these movies as much as I do, we watched Back to the Futures, all of them. That was fun. As you can tell by the floating DeLorean right here.
Right there.
Big fan. But it was very, very, very fun to watch them all. We're quoting the movie. Those are movies. See, in difference to Star Wars, in Star Wars, I think the problem that I have is that I take it so seriously. And I hold it so dear because it hit me at a time in my life. And, you know, it hit me before Back to the Future. So to me, it was the truth. Because I was a little kid being like, oh, man, they have the laser swords. And this happened a long time ago. We in, bro.
Yep.
And then you start realizing what a movie actually is. And you're like, oh, this didn't happen? Oh, this is made up? Oh, okay. And, you know, your brain has to get there.
Yep.
Your brain has to get there, but you kind of know it's fake, but you don't know how fake it is because you see real people doing stuff, you know?
Yo, bro, I put on a Superman cape and tried to jump out the window because to me, that's all you needed was the cape. That's it. It's a wrap. Nigga, they said it Toys R Us. I'm about to fly. I want to go see Grandma. I'm about to fly.
Who grabbed you?
But my mom and beat my ass right after.
Course.
How you do that?
Of course. Well, because we're Dominican. Like, we understand beatings.
For real. We speak a different language.
We're Dominican. If you try to jump out a window, they beat your ass up, then you don't even go to windows. Like, I hate windows.
Yeah. I hate Superman, nigga. Now you know. Now you know.
What have you been binging out of the 3 things?
Avatar, dude.
Oh man, so good.
The Avatar, yo. I forgot how just funny it is. And I've been binging it properly. I watch 2-3 episodes the most a day. That's an hour tops. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, it's just funny. Right now he just met Avatar Roku. He just talked to him, so I'm in the first book. You know what I'm saying? They just met Jet, who was trying to annihilate a whole entire town. He wildin'. My boy Sokka saved the day. Momo out here fighting people for fish. You know, yo, it's just great, yo. It's so good, yo.
Are you gonna watch Legend of Korra after it?
Yeah. I enjoyed Korra too, honestly. I liked seeing old man. I liked seeing old lady Toph. That's why.
Yeah. I didn't mind. Did you mind Legend of Korra?
No, it didn't bother me at all. I watched. I didn't take it as a continuation. You know what I'm saying? I took it as another Avatar.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, because you know how there's multiple, just different. They're not all the same. You know what I mean?
No, right.
So it's like,
I like the steampunk thing because it showed progress. So obviously, you know, like years went by, very many years went by, and it's a different world. So to me, it was like a continuous story. Like both shows is like one story. It's just like you don't see the years in between for Aang, but that's okay. Some stories jump many years. Speaking of Star Wars jumps 18 years from episode 3 to episode 4, you know?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man. A lot of binging fun shit. Do you have any what's it called?
Walk It Back?
Yeah, you have any walk
Solar
backs?
Opposites, man. Solar Opposites on Hulu. That shit is funny. I thought it was gonna be a fake ass Rick and Morty. It has its own little, you know what I mean? Like, it has its own little flavor. It's more like, it's more Bob's Burger than anything else,
okay.
to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I find that shit hilarious, bro. And I love that the little kid from the Goldbergs is the voice. And I like to hear him curse and shit. So that shit is just fucking hilarious to me.
I'm not watching this. My girlfriend she just finished it. Better Call Saul, which I kind of gave up on because I hate shows that depress me. Like Better Call Saul is a show where things are happening and everything. Like you can see the train wreck like going to happen.
Yeah, it's
and
leading.
It's leading. Can you please
get off?
Please. And then you see him continue to go. But what happened was she was watching and I would, like, whatever I was doing, if I was walking by, I say, hey, I'll say something, and then I'll stand there for 40 minutes. Standing. Dude, I didn't even sit down.
Dude, I watched Sweet Magnolias with my girl, and it was great. It was, and like, but not watched it. Like, I'm playing PS4, right. She's watching it. So every time she watched it, I would play PS4, but I was also be watching too. Like, oh shit, baby, what happened? Why she got what? Get out of here! He was cheating the whole time.
The worst part is
shit.
The worst part is that my girlfriend was like, "You want to watch Better Call Saul?" And I was like, "No."
Same here.
Like, I don't want to because I know how I feel about the show. Like, he makes me angry and he depresses me.
I don't watch that shit. That's what I told her. I don't want to watch that shit.
And then I'm over here like,
oh my god, I can't believe you're doing this to him.
Is this when he makes the commercial? Yeah, that's when he makes the commercial. Like, just standing there like an idiot.
Oh shit.
All right, man, let's blitz him real quick.
Yes, sir. All right, Nerd Blitz. All right, so Furious recast.
Is this the whole Fast and Furious being recasted?
Oh, I don't even know why. Oh, why is there still so many of these left, yo?
Because they make money.
They do.
And so there you go. I don't understand how they make money. I can understand. You know what? This is what I think it is. It's not a movie that you have to like because you need to follow anything on it. It's entertainment. And and you can't fault entertainment. Like, you have fun watching them, and if there's plots and whatever, I've never seen one of them. I've seen the first one barely, and I saw the one after Paul Walker died because my friend tricked me into going into it. I don't remember it. I don't remember what happened in it, but it just seems like something that you can enjoy. Like, it brings you joy and it's enjoyable. Watch it, man. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? What else we got here? Yeah.
Tenet still coming out July 17th.
That ain't coming out, bro.
No? You don't think so?
Come on, bro. Think about it, Hansi. Think about it. You know how much money...
Yeah, hey, this is blockbuster season. Some of these shits is going to have to fly. Some of them are going to have to fly. You're not waiting a whole... some of these are going to have to drop.
Yeah, but you think his movie is going to drop? Like, him? I mean, who knows?
Some of these are... You know what I'm saying? Some of these are going to have to drop. That's all I'm saying. Robots on the set to be the future of Hollywood.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
So there's apparently these robots that kill coronavirus. I don't know how they find it. I don't know how they kill it. It sounds like bullshit to me. It sounds like bullshit. Some dumb motherfucker gonna be like, yeah, that's just for real. Let's go in and shoot a movie, and then half the crew dies.
Yeah. And then they'll make a movie about that.
Right. So, but they are supposedly gonna use these robots. So, let's see.
Good luck. Ryan Gosling to play the Wolfman.
Why?
Right? Why would we need another wolf? Yo, listen, if we don't need no Wolfman. That's it. I was gonna say something. Nah, that's we don't need no Wolfman.
Even if it's hot ass Ryan Gosling, you know, if you're gonna make it like American Werewolf in London or something like that, or in Paris, I'll watch that. I'll watch that because I like those movies. I mean, Paris is a little crappy, but
it has to be like a timepiece.
Well, what if they make it modern? Like, then I'll watch it.
Nah, I don't want to see a modern one.
Come on.
I don't want to see a modern. I like those myths to be in there, cause that I like, cause it makes sense to me. They got no technology, no nothing. Yeah, they could be a Wolfman. Right now, ain't no Wolfman, man. He would have been on World Star Hip Hop. He would have been eating somebody. Somebody would have been like, World Star.
You're right, but back then it would have been like just in a town. So it's like
exactly
nobody knows, right? Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait, give me a second. This shit. I hate that the screen just be going. Hey, Cowboy Bebop has 3 full episodes, 2 in post and 1 shooting.
Well,
so that's 6 total, right?
So this is when this guy hurt his knee, Harold, from Harold and Kumar. I forget what his name is.
What was he doing? Was he doing a stunt?
I suppose so. But by the
and why? This is why you don't do your own stunts.
This is
actors.
why you
Stop that.
Exactly. This is why you got a motherfucker that knows how to fucking flip their legs.
There's somebody that's getting paid. You're taking money from. You're not getting more respect. You're not getting more money. You're just taking a job from somebody else. Yeah. That's it.
But that's a lot of Cowboy Bebop. A lot more than we thought was ready. But before the pandemic hit, this is what they were at. 3 full episodes completely finished. 2 in post-production and 1 that was shooting. So I suppose that means that they have 5 episodes, right?
They should drop the first 3, like a first part.
You think so?
Why not? They do it all the time.
Why not?
They do it all the time.
Do you see Mike that was reading this thing that it might make more monetary sense for Disney to drop Mulan in video of demand rather than waiting for it to come out of movie theaters?
Yes, it would, because every little household that has a little girl is going to purchase Mulan for sure. And then there's the people like us who will probably watch it on demand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
After whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or just, but I think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go.
You think so? I mean, I think so too, because at this point,
bro, because they will watch it more than one time, bro. They're watching it more, so you're gonna get
your money's worth. And by the way, I think that the one thing about this Mulan on VOD is that Mulan is such a big movie, but it's not that big. I think it will even. Well, it's just the perfect situation for that movie. Is what I'm trying to get at. The quarantine, all of it, is the perfect situation for that movie.
Yo, I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, some people are gonna rent it and then buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna get double. I'm telling you, bro. They win with that. Release it. I want to see it.
Comic books finally making their way back. Few comics coming out, so thank goodness,
Do you now, we have to have that's a conversation for another day.
Okay, about comic books
and the PDF. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else we have? Umbrella Academy season 2 still premiering July 31st. For those of you, for those people that like Umbrella Academy, I don't care. So, do you care?
I'm enjoy it. I watched the first season. I want to see. But they try to, I don't know, because I hate when they try to save the world from Doom the first season, because then after that I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, are we gonna do save the universe now? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. A bank robber after that doesn't really seem like too much.
When things get too big for their own good is what you're getting at. Too big to fail, and then they fail anyway. What else we got? I lost my place. Martin Scorsese, Leo, and De Niro to team up for an Apple TV movie.
Yes.
And apparently it's very, 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 very expensive.
Yes.
I think Martin Scorsese is like having like masturbatory pleasure of doing movies exactly like he was, and with this. With
the streaming now, bro.
Like nothing stops him.
Listen. That's what. Back to one of our episodes. That's what we were saying, yo. Just come to the future, but you don't have to break your values. Just do you in a modern format. Like, you don't gotta shit on nobody. You don't look at that, bro. You winning. You're gonna win. You are gonna win.
And I feel like Scorsese is of the era. Like, movies are very different now. And I don't mean in the sense that good movies don't make money. I don't mean it in that sense. But the consumer has changed. So, like, we're in the cowboy. Like, a lot of people have compared comic book movies to cowboy movies because those were the only movies being made at one point.
The cash cows,
majority of movies that were made, and that's where we're at with the comic book movies. We're in the western of movies now with comic books, and I think for the kind of things that Scorsese is wanting to do, and for the length that he wants to do them at, if The Irishman is a sign of how he's gonna do him always, you want to go that route. Make miniseries, bro. Come on.
He needs to dabble in the miniseries, yo. If he really wants to tell a complete story, dabble in the miniseries. Yo.
Yeah, man.
Dabble in the miniseries. I mean, I suppose one and done.
I suppose that's a little tough because of the way that you have to divide episodes and like how does this end move to the next one. But
if he likes to push it, bro. Like, he likes to push it to 3 hours. He likes to push it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make it 6 and make it a miniseries.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
That's
8.
all I'm saying.
Yeah. And the new Planet of the Apes movie gonna follow the Rise of the Planet of the Apes and all of those movies that were done with Andy Serkis.
That's what's up, fire. So we're gonna see them in their society and us be slaves, and okay, that's what's up. I like that.
Yeah, man.
I like that energy.
Yeah, man. It's good. Final thoughts?
Lovebirds on Netflix. Knee slap funny. Issa Rae, and damn it, I forgot his name.
Fuck.
He got. Fuck, I forgot his name. But yeah. Great.
I saw it, I
enjoyed it.
I'm gonna disagree. It's enjoyable. I don't know that I was laughing that much, but I think I'm dead inside because of this pandemic. so I don't know that I'm a good judge, but I did enjoy it. It was fun to watch. It made me love my girlfriend a lot more. So if you have 2 hours and you're at home, if you have 2 hours and you're at home and you're not doing anything, I don't know, maybe during a pandemic, this would be a fantastic movie.
Yo, try it, do it.
Yeah, man. For my final thought, I was going to talk about Steven Spielberg's not directing the next Indiana Jones. I don't know how I feel about that. I think as much as Harrison Ford, Steven Spielberg, and George Lucas is what makes those movies. But a new flavor might be good. So let's see how it turns out before I put it all down as shit. Let's see. Maybe shit, maybe it'll be great. Anyways, but that's all for Pop Nerdom.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm out.
That's the end of the video, and bye. Don't forget to subscribe. That's it.